guys, welcome back to my channel. Astrocass here with a quick astrology update for the transits for April, and this one is for all my Leo risings out there, so let's jump into it. The sun starts off in your Aries 9th house, so this just means that you're shining. People are recognizing the work that you're doing. They're seeing how well you're doing in regards to those 9th house topics. So this is things like your belief systems, higher education, spirituality, religion, and overseas foreign travels. So potentially people might just be noticing how well you're doing in these areas, or you might just get some really good events happening that really make you feel really confident and happy and excited in those areas, because the sun is our confidence, our ego, our vitality as well. On the 21st, it moves into your Taurus 10th house. So this is just when you're going to be shining in the areas of your career and reputation. Sometimes things like promotions can happen. You might just be really enjoying your work atmosphere a little bit more. You'll just be really shining in the area of your career and reputation. People will notice how well you're doing in that area. So Mercury, the planet of communication, news, that starts off in your Aries 9th house, so you're communicating a lot more about your beliefs or about your higher education, religion, spirituality, or overseas travel a bit more, or you're thinking about those things a little bit more. There could even be some big news that comes through in regards to those 9th house topics. So Mercury can be quick, sudden news, or it can just be our thoughts and our communication. So those things will be on your mind a lot more. On the 12th, it'll move into your Taurus 10th house. So that's when you're going to be talking and thinking a lot more about your career and reputation. There could be some big news around career or reputation during that transit. Otherwise, you're just really planning out, you know, what's the best thing I can do for my reputation? How can I get there? What's my next career plans? There could even be documents that you're signing for a promotion or a new job or something like that, because Mercury can rule over documents as well. Then we've got Venus, a planet of love, romance, and money. So that starts off in your Aquarius 7th house. So this just means that you're really loving your relationship. There might be more intimacy and romance happening with this transit through your 7th house. It's a great sign for partnerships, so business partnerships, you know, anything like that, close one-on-one relationships, friendships, those sorts of things. Venus also represents money though, so potentially you might be spending more money on your relationships, marriage, partner, romantic partner, or business partnerships, or you might be making money through your networks and relationships or your close one-on-one relationships. So it's a pretty nice transit overall. It's just showing a lot of pleasure and enjoyment in that area of your life for you. On the 6th of April, Venus will move into your Pisces 8th house. So this is just when you're really going to be focused on other people's money. Venus does rule money, and 8th house can be other people's money. It can be taxes, debts, inheritances, your partner or your husband's, wife's, like your marriage partner's income or romantic partner's income. It can be income from a business, like if you've got a business. It can be, yeah, any of those sorts of incomes. But the 8th house is also sex, death, and transformation and occult practices and all those sorts of things as well. It's the hidden taboo house. So you might be finding pleasure in those areas. There could be a lot of close intimacy, if you get what I mean, happening with this transit. Relationships might be going to the next level or getting a bit deeper, bonding a bit more closely with that Venus transiting through that 8th house. So just keep an eye out for those things. So Mars, the planet of action, aggression, war, is what we're fighting for and fighting with. It's all about that passion. That starts off in your Aquarius 7th house. So this is just showing that you're really passionate and putting a big focus on your close one-on-one relationships, whether that's a romantic partner, marriage partner, best friend, business partnerships, any of those close one-on-one relationships. There's just a lot of passion and drive and action and focus there in that area for you. Again though, Mars can be aggression, anger, conflict, so there can be a little bit of drama or conflict with that as well, so keep an eye on that. It depends on your natal chart. If you need a hand with this to see how it's aspecting your natal chart in particular, then definitely look at my information below, book a reading, ask some questions. Feel free to reach out to me and let me know if there's stuff that's popping up for you that you need a hand with. On the 16th, Mars will move into your Pisces 8th house, so that's when your attention and your energy is all going to be going into that 8th house for you. Again, Mars can sometimes represent the male in relationships, and it also can represent sex and sex drive. So just be aware that with Mars going through that 8th house, it can be a great time for that intimacy, deep bonding, those more taboo subjects, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it can put a lot of action and drive into that area for you. Otherwise, it can also just be putting a lot of energy and focus into things like occult practices. It can sometimes suggest a little bit of anger or frustration with other people's money, or a lot of focus on other people's money. So, you know, if you've got big bills coming up, Mars can give you that energy to plan it out, get it done, sort it out, pay those bills. If there's, you know, trouble with other people's money, then it can sometimes mean conflict and a bit of aggression there if things aren't getting sorted out, and if that's causing a bit of tension and conflict depending on your chart. Another thing I wanted to mention as well is that there's a Neptune-Jupiter once in a lifetime conjunction happening, and it'll be in your Pisces 8th house on the 11th of April in Australian time. So Neptune, look, these planets represent a lot of different things, but on a very basic level, Neptune's our dreams, illusions, delusions, it's our fantasies, it's it can be, you know, like costumes, it can be like spirituality, it can be romance as well, creativity, music, those sorts of things. It can sometimes be substance abuse. Sometimes it's where we're like trying to escape and we have no boundaries, because Neptune is basically no boundaries. It's all about dissolving, you know, what it touches. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance and growth and expansion. And again, Jupiter has no boundaries. It's all about growth and expansion. So these two together, very powerful energy. And in their home sign of Pisces that they both rule, Neptune being the more modern ruler and Jupiter being the more traditional ruler, this energy is going to be very powerful. It can bring a lot of luck for people, but it can be also an area where we're a bit excessive or over the top, or a bit taking on a bit too much. So definitely keep an eye on those things. As I said, it depends on your chart and how this is aspecting your natal chart and planets there. But it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to see this. I think the last time this happened, you know, was years ago. I think it was, you know, in the 1800s, 1850 something, I believe. So no one that's alive in this lifetime's seen this energy and seen this, because Neptune is such a slow moving planet and it takes so long to get through the zodiac signs. Jupiter's a lot quicker. It takes about 12 years to go all the way around the zodiac sign, the zodiac wheel, I should say. So that it takes about 12 years to get through all of the 12 different zodiac signs. So roughly spends about a year in each zodiac sign. So Jupiter moves a bit quickly, but Neptune's very, very slow. So that's why this conjunction hasn't been seen in a very long time, especially not in Pisces, which is the sign that it rules. So keep an eye out for that. You've also got a new moon happening April 1st, occurring in your Aries 9th house at 5:24 p.m. In Australian time, and it's at about 11 degrees. So this is basically new beginnings around those 9th house topics for you. So expect some beginnings around your beliefs, your higher education, spirituality, religion, and foreign travels, overseas travels, foreign matters. Those things are all going to be coming up for you between the next, you know, maybe up to the next 3 months, sometimes 6 months, but you know, these things will occur within 3 months, I believe. Then you've got a full moon on April 17th in your Libra 3rd house at 4:55 a.m. in Australian time at about 27 degrees. Full moon's all about endings and cycles being completed. So you can get more information if you check out when the last Libra new moon was, because that new moon would have kicked off some of these events and topics, and this full moon is bringing it all into a completion with that cycle. Being in your Libra 3rd house, you might notice some endings around your communication, your thoughts, learning. Your 3rd house can be to do with siblings as well. It can be to do with your everyday small routes, short distance trips that you take. So yeah, siblings, short distance trips, your career, you know, goals and aspects sometimes can come into this as well. But it's more so about your communication, your learning. It can be about primary school, those sorts of things. So yeah, definitely have a think about those topics and see what's been coming up for you and what you think this could be bringing to an end for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a really quick one, but if you enjoyed it, put some likes, comments on this video. Definitely subscribe so you don't miss future transits and other videos that I've got coming. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!